Hello, everybody. Just trying to decide on the colors for the pieces I'm going to be doing today. And like the title says, it's going to be a quiet crafting segment. So there won't be a lot of talking. Um, so you can still ask questions and I'll answer whatever questions you have. But for the most part, you can just watch if that's what you are interested in, to see what I'm going to be doing. And so I am, like I said, trying to decide what I'm going to, because here, I'll show you the molds I'm going to be working on today. Um, I have these two molds here. They are two baby dragons. And then I got this mold here, which I guess you could say emulates the dragon egg. And then I've got the Hawaii mold. And then I'm going to pour, hopefully, if I have enough resin that I can handle, this nice big sakura mold. So one of the baby dragons I'm gonna do kind of like a fire dragon, and the other one is gonna be more of like a winter or ice dragon. So the fire dragon, I am probably gonna go with this magenta color, and I'll show it to you when I open it. And then probably this plum color. And again, I'll open it up before I start painting in it. Um, and then the winter or ice dragon, I'm probably gonna go with this champagne color. Hello, everybody. And then the other one, the other second color, I'm going to go with this. It says olive, but it's a white and silver color. So, and I'm debating on whether I'm thinking about doing the scales of the tail in a different color for each one, to kind of give it a fun popping color. So I'm thinking for the ice dragon, we're going to do the blue. And for the fire dragon, let's do a gold color for the scales. Now the Hawaii mold, let's see. And just to let you know beforehand, my son is playing Roblox with one of his friends online. So if you hear anything in the background, it's just him playing video games. Tends to get a little boisterous. So for the Hawaii mold, we're going to use Chameleon powders again. And so I think we're going to do grape. Teal. plum, and blue. Let's see. So I already have a blue out. So let's, because some of the chameleon powders that I have duplicates, and then the dragon egg, I'm gonna do that as a alcohol ink, and I'm gonna pick the colors as I go along. So like I said, this is like I said, it's in the title. It's quietly crafting. You can ask questions, I'll pay attention to the chat, and you can check out what what I'm doing. I'll answer some questions here and there. Otherwise, there won't be a whole lot of questions. If this isn't something that's your cup of tea, that's fine. You can, as long if you can give me a like, that would be fantastic. You don't need to stick around. I totally understand. And I'll try to keep it to about an hour or so. And just to give you an idea, I am wearing my ears. Yes, the egg will be completely solid resin. Okay, I will definitely keep that in mind. I will add you as a mod, because I've got a couple of mods as well, but I will add your name as well, Lydia. So, let's see, where am I? So here are my ears for the day today. Yeah, so that's why I said the molds that I mainly want to do is I want to do the dragon, the baby dragons. These ones here. I want to do the Hawaii molds, and I want to do the dragon egg. I'd like to do this one, but we'll see where we are as far as the resin situation goes. I do have more resin. It's just that the painting of the molds is what's going to take a little bit. So I'm going to grab a seat and get to painting. So like I said, I will keep an eye on the chat and answer as many questions as I can. Let me move the camera. Can you see me okay? And so first we're going to start with the dragon mold. I will move it as close as I possibly can so that you can see what is going on. The arm that I use for my rig, that's as far as it goes. So like I said, we're gonna do one as a fire dragon, and then the other one is gonna be kind of like an ice dragon. So we're gonna do the fire dragon first, which is going to be magenta, plum, and then I'm going to do the scales as gold. And I'll show you the colors before I start painting them. So this is the magenta. It's a nice fiery color. And what I'm planning on doing is doing it like a gradient like I did with Thriss's book cover. So you guys can just work on whatever it is you guys want to work on. And like I said, you can ask questions if you have questions, and I'll keep an eye on the chat. Because I believe there was a request to have this done as a live so that questions can be answered if you had any. So we're going to see how this works. If I feel like maybe it doesn't work so well, I'm just going to do it as a pre-recorded. And the whole premise behind this is for this to be very relaxing for everybody. And I'll try to keep my hand out of the way the best that I can. So like I said, this is the magenta color. I've already painted some. Hey, Granny D. So it shifts from a pink to a purple. So very fiery. So this is going to be my fire dragon. And like I said at the beginning of the live, if you hear some noise in the background, it's just my son playing some video games. He's playing Roblox with one of his friends. So if you hear that, it's just him. He tends to get a little very much into the game. And my nerves are just getting settled, as they always are when it comes to lives. Once my brain gets into it, when it comes to all of this, it'll be fine. So I think the eye, I'm gonna do a nice contrast color. And then the other thing too is I appreciate all of you who have come by to check this out, since this is a new segment for me. Okay, so for the eye, I'm gonna use Galaxy. So it's a purple to blue color. I just need just a little bit. Okay, so this is the plum. And this one shifts from purple, dark purple to blue. Yes, yes, Valerie. So this is my fire dragon, and this is going to be my ice dragon. And the scale on the backs, I'm going to make a contrasting colors so that it pops out hopefully a little bit. Yes, a little goes a very long way. So you gotta be really careful because otherwise they'll kind of clump in the spots. But it does take time. And you don't need to have a brush like this. This is almost like a makeup brush. Yes, Sarah, it is going to be a resin piece. So my hope is that I can uh, paint these two, uh, paint another mold, and then pour resin into uh, this mold here, which is kind of like a dragon egg. You might be able to. Actually, you might be able to because a lot of times they say on the description for like the mica powders and the chameleon powders, they can be used for like soaps and for makeup. But obviously, I don't make makeup. I don't make soaps, so I don't know um how much you would need, and then of course I don't know how it will react with the resin. But like the chameleon powders that I use is the company is called Let's Resin. So um obviously it's something that they advertise is for resin use. So after I pour the resin for these, more than likely tomorrow they'll be ready to be unmolded, and then I will definitely be filming that and showing you guys what it looks like. Has everybody seen what the you know, I've never seen any EV molds. I'm sure you could probably find some. It's just a matter of looking. They have molds for pretty much everything. It's just a matter of looking, and some mold makers will make you custom molds, or you can make your own molds using they have uh, kits that they sell that are you know, it's silicone, and then all you do, you have to make um you have to like make something that'll hold the item, and then pour the silicone over it. Thanks, Lydia. Appreciate that. So it looks like I got some of the powder in here. I'm just gonna tap on it because I think I have too much in there. Okay, so this is the fire dragon. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the contrasting color for the scales, which is gold. Akira. Sarah, I usually always make a video of the unmolded item, so you'll definitely be able to see what the unmolded item looks like when it's done. So not to worry. Yeah, my son held up my cat to the camera. He thought he was so funny. Okay, so that's one side. And I always use this, it, for whatever reason. Um, so like, it depends on how detailed it is. So I could say like from beginning to end when it comes to any particular item, from when I pour the colors and everything into the mold, sand and glaze, I want to say it can take all the way up to 3-4 days total. I should be able to unmold the item tomorrow. Hey, Crystal. So this was the scales here. Uh, Let's Resin puts these protective seals. So yeah, it's a lot of steps. So it's um, pouring the resin, mixing the resin, um, I mean, measuring the resin, mixing the resin, pouring into the mold, picking my colors, and then I let it cure. Usually takes about 12 to 24 hours. Take it out of the mold, sand it, glaze it, and then it's done. The most time I've ever taken for one project was a week and a half. All right, now we're gonna do my ice dragon. So, it's going to be this color is part of it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear me say also there in the live thing? I mean, share the screen. Now I'm sharing the screen.
Yeah, it's very detailed. I'll show just let me finish up this part and I'll show you the booklet that I made for Thriss, and to give you an idea of what the chameleon powders look like after the resin has been cured on a mold. So just let me finish this one part.
Did she answer your question?
I did answer the question. I'm not deaf. I think my son is in my live stream.
No.
Yes, I heard you say that you're in my live stream.
No, I'm not. What are you talking about?
So this is the book, what it looks like. This is the chameleon powders. So that's the front, and then this is the back. Thank you, K-How. What is so funny?
You actually responded. Just screeching.
So this is the olive. So it actually looks white, but it looks a little bit of a goldish green color. Hello, what is that? I know who that is. I'm fine.
It's echoing.
It's because you're sitting in the same room that I am.
I was echoing from you. That's on your screen and that's on my screen. It's funny. No way.
Okay, the other color I'm going to use is champagne. Okay, so this is the champagne color. So it's pink and gold. Y'all can say hi to my son. He's in my live stream. He thinks he's Mr. Funny Guy. Yes, you are. His is, what is that? Hey, Vesty, how are you doing? I'm making some fire and ice dragons with these molds that you got me. So I'm working on the ice dragon right now. I know that he's in my live because he's laughing in the background. Laughing in the background of what's my living room. He says that he's not, but he is. I'm trying to get all the color in all of the spots here. I'll probably, depending on whether or not I want to sell these or not. Would anybody want them if I were to sell them? Okay, so for the scales on the back of my ice dragon, I'm going to use blue. This blue here. So I'm going to use it for the eye, and I'm going to use it for the scales. And I think I have a blue that might be open already. Hold on one second. I do have a blue that's open. So this is the blue I'm going to use. Yeah. There's the funny thing is, Donna, is that there is a cat that is directly across the way in the townhouse from us that sits in their window as well. So it's like they're like watching each other. Yoda really likes to sit up. We have a window air. Um, and she sits up there all the time, like watching the birds that she can't get. And then watching, pretty much everything. What's nice about this particular segment, though, is I get to sit down and paint these molds. And yes, a little goes a very long way. It doesn't look like it's going to turn out super dark, but if those of you who saw me do the booklet for Thriss, it didn't look like I put a lot, but you saw what the end result was, that it came out fairly dark. So let me just tap this out a little bit to get out some of the excess powder. And I'm just going to try to carefully color in the eye. The next time what I'm going to try to do is put a crystal in the eye and see how well that works, and then see if it'll stay in place. So there's the fire and ice dragon. Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think these are going to come out great? Hey, Mark. Okay, so next we're going to do, let me put this away. Because I'm going to pour the resin all at once. So this is the Hawaii mold. I have. There's actually a lot of resin channels that I do watch, and it's funny because a lot of the resin channels are how I learned how to do this. So I've been doing resin since about 2017, 2018. So, and even then, it's still a learning process. So I'm not gonna pick any particular color, so we're just gonna start with blue. So we're gonna start with this blue. And what I'm gonna do is each color, so the HAWAII is gonna kind of ombre into each other. Yeah, this is the that's the whole point of this segment, is to have it very soothing and very relaxing. You guys can work on whatever you want to work on, whether it's your own craft project, your own crochet project, your own knitting project. It's just about us hanging out together. Just us friends. Hey, K How. Okay, next we're gonna do teal. So this is the teal. Thanks, Lee. You should check out Thirst's one. Thirst has some one as well. I'm thinking about the next one that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it as a pre-record. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some cooking. I'm gonna use my Instant Pot. And I'm going to see if I can whip up some curry for you guys. Which is one of my favorite meals. I apologize for the shaking, but kind of goes along with the whole painting part. Hopefully you're able to see. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way. Same here. When I watch like the Food Network or I watch the cooking channel, it usually just ends up making me hungry. But I figure you guys can watch me make something that we have for dinner. Um, and it would be a Japanese style curry. So it's not an Indian style curry, it's a Japanese style curry. So it's slightly different. And before I pour the resin, I'm gonna clean up some of the edges. And I am going to try to blend the colors the best that I can. Okay. Next, I'm going to use grape. Hey, Chicky. Hi, Daigo. Okay, so this is grape. It spells Hawaii. Hawaii. It's backwards. Everything with resin, when it comes to molds or anything that you put inside molds, always have to be um, backwards and or upside down. So I am working on the letter A right now. And this is the color grape. Yep, almost there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up some of the edges, do a little bit better blending, and then we're going to pour some resin, the fun part. And for those of you um, who are not aware, so my doctors think I might have multiple sclerosis. They had an inkling that I may have MS as of last year. What kind of molds do you got, Kehal? What I always go for my favorites. So, pick your favorite mold, and just go for it. Sure, I'm sure something will come to mind. So the funny part is like the doctors all say like, "Oh my gosh, you've got this like life-threatening like problem or disease or life-changing disease or whatever. You really need to get into the doctor right away." So call the doctor to get in, and they say that I can't get in until the end of February. My appointment for the neurologist is February 27th, which really does not make me happy. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah, it's funny. Sachiko, do you know what Sachiko means in Japanese? It actually means child of happiness, which I find absolutely hilarious because I don't see myself as a child of happiness. Um, I'm so serious. I know everybody has to remind me to smile. But yeah, it's kind of like it's I don't know what it is. So I've had these symptoms for a little while now. It's just doctors tend to write you off. But anyhow, we'll get back to this. Okay, so blending, blending. I need to add some purple down here. Don't want to miss that part. And then what I'm gonna, like I said, what I'm gonna do is after I've gotten all this down, I'm gonna clean it up some. I'm gonna use a Q-tip and try to clean up some of the powders that go outside of the edges. And then the last color is plum. Let's see, I think I have a plum that's open already. Yep. I'm sorry, Lee. It's it's really frustrating because the thing is that Lee, as far as the MS goes, I had symptoms last year. Like I had gone in to see the neurologist on multiple occasions complaining of multiple symptoms, and he just kind of blew me off. Um, he said he thought it was MS, but that I didn't check enough boxes off for him to say that I actually had MS. And so now the symptoms are getting worse, and they are um, getting to the point where the symptoms are popping up. I'm having more symptoms. So, had he actually started treating me last year, or at least looked into it more last year, I wouldn't have to wait now until the 27th. Um, and so it's kind of frustrating because the neurologist that I saw before that said that because he saw that I have mental health problems, he said that I was just imagining things and I was making it up. Um, no, not yet. I had been previously, and they saw a couple of lesions at that point. And so they felt that it wasn't that big of a deal to move forward. But the problem is like, so now it's, I have the numb patches. I have numbness on like the outside of my left thigh, my left leg. I have numbness and tingling in my arms, my hands, my feet, dizziness, difficulty walking. Um, I rely on a cane, and uh, it's just really troubling to have a doctor to be like, well, because you have bipolar, because you have um, mental health issues, that you're just making it up. And so I had to ask for a different neurologist. So I ended up getting the head of neurology. But even then, they said that it wasn't enough to say specifically. They said it could be Parkinson's or it could be MS. Because the other thing too is that um, I recently had my eyes checked, and my vision has changed in the last couple of months, and I don't know why. So yeah, that's the other frustrating part. So, as a person uh who already has bad vision, that part I get. I have bad vision. But then to have to wear contacts, and then I also have to have I have to wear readers in order to read certain small print. I still can't see. I have to squint in order to see the item, the whatever it is that I'm trying to read. And then while I have fatigue, the fatigue is worse. So there's a lot of red flags going off, and if you add that along with my stomach issues, I don't know how much more I can take. The thing is that I really wish doctors would listen to their patients, because as a patient, I'm sure you guys know, like if there's something is wrong, because you know your body and you know when there's something is wrong. So okay, so this is the plum. This is the last color that I'm going to be adding. Um, yes, and then sometimes uh using the restroom is difficult. Um, like, do you ever, Lee, do you ever get like pins and needle feelings in your face, in your legs? Thanks, Lee. I really like this color. This is one of my favorite colors, the plum color. Okay, so this is the last color for this mold, and I'm gonna take a Q-tip, and I'm gonna just quick run it around the edges to clean up the chameleon powders the best that I can before I pour the resin down. Yeah, so do I. It's like um it's like when your feet fall asleep, like if you're sitting in a funny position, that's what it feels like. And then when I try to stand up, I can't stand up. My feet give out, or my legs give out. Um but they said that that was like on my head. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about, because last time I checked, it's not in my head. So like right now, it's like in my face, I can feel it, and it's in my arm, and then in my feet. So okay, so I'm gonna put away my chameleon powders so they're out of the way. Yes, it is. It's really painful. I right now am on nortriptyline. I just started it. I don't like it. I hate it. It makes me feel weird. And the problem is with the gabapentin, Lee, I'm allergic to gabapentin, so I can't take gabapentin. Okay, so I'm gonna take a Q-tip and I'm gonna clean up some of the edges of this mold. Well, I'm glad you were able to, Lee, to find something that works for you, because that's always the hard part, is finding something that works for you to help with any condition. So I'm glad you're able to find something for you. Because for some people they can't. Like for me, it's hard for me to find medications that will help. It's really truly frustrating because I'm so sensitive to a lot of medications, and some of the medications that I get put on also interact with my bipolar medications. Okay, so we've got that filled or completed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out some resin. We're going to do this resin here, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. So we're going to do the egg first. We're going to do the egg as alcohol ink. So I'm going to pick out some colors. Some dragon eggish colors. Let's see, what are some let's do greens. Actually, we'll do like a fire egg. So fire, because I'm thinking like off of Game of Thrones. That's awfully. I'm so sorry. Um it's really rough. So for the egg, we're gonna do. Let's do currant. I'm trying to find my black. Because I'm thinking of, I don't know if any of you have seen Daenerys Targaryen and her dragon eggs. They're like, some of them are red, some of them are black, and some of them are green. And then on Harry Potter, they had some fun dragon egg colors. So I'm looking for my black. So then we're gonna do some ash. And I'm gonna pick one color that will pop, I think, with it. Let's do this mum color. Okay. Oops. Okay, so since this is the first time I'm pouring this one, we'll do a total of 6 ounces. So 3 apart A. And 3 apart B. Oh, come on. Okay. All right. What's the matter? What do you want me to do? Goals. I don't have goals. No. I have yellow. I have gold flake. Do I put gold flake? I don't know if it'll show up though. Okay, so I'm mixing my base. I don't know. So, because it's coming from a small business, small businesses on Amazon sometimes take a little bit longer. So I am not sure. So I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna mix this here. If you want me to use the gold flake in the egg, I can. Let's see. We just need to change it to the color palette here. So I have the gold flake. So let's do, instead, we'll use some lighter colors.
Yeah, it's pretty.
All right, let's use I could um let me see. Do I have gold? Let's see where to go. I was trying to actually turn the mold inside out, but it would not turn inside out properly. So let's get just a little bit. But I want to put the gold flake in because I've been actually dying to use the gold flake. So we're gonna, so this is the gold powder. And I'm not using any sort of pattern. But I still want to use the gold flake. Okay, so I have got some of that gold in there. And then finish mixing the base. Hey, Cheryl. And I'm just going to use one color. I'm just going to use eggplant. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the gold flake in there. So I'm thinking after I do maybe a cooking segment for the quietly crafting, we're gonna try crocheting without embarrassing myself. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my bigger, the medium sized cups. And I'm going to pour some of the base in it. And then I'm going to add the gold flake. You can change the channel, kiddo. Put it to 360. Okay, so here's the gold flake. Okay, I don't want to add too much. It's very messy. It's like going everywhere. Okay. So I'm gonna mix it around to break it up because it's pretty big pieces of gold. He does. He actually made some hearts that I'm actually trying to sell so that we can do more projects together. Here, I'll show you what he's made. So if anybody is interested, so he made this one. He made this one. He made this one. And he made this one. And then this one is being given away as a prize. Okay, so I have added the gold flake here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take just the clear base. I'm going to pour some of it inside of the mold first. And then some of the gold. Some of the clear. And then the gold. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the rest of the mold with the base, the clear base, and then I'm going to add the purple. Okay, so this is the purple. And I'll move these molds out of the way so you can see the egg. And then the white. And the purple. And then the white. Okay, so this one, since it's got that gold flake in it, I'm going to put a popsicle stick and I'm going to swirl it around so that the color mixes in. Because I don't want this color here to sit at the top. So we're going to just stir it a little bit. Okay, so I think it's gonna come out very pastel, which is I might add, let's add one more layer. You guys can watch and see how it moves and how it comes alive. Hey, Kivia. So, if anybody is interested in any of the hearts, I am trying to sell them. To help with maybe possibly getting more supplies, and then also to give to my son some of the proceeds as well, so that he and I can do more stuff together, like over spring break in March. I want to be able to have he and I do some more resin projects together. And then also I would help with postage. Um, so because I'm not monetized yet, so as you guys know, postage is insane. Um, and thank you to everybody who has been helping with my hours, because we're getting there.
You got that.
169 hours is all I need. And I think this live will definitely help. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully move this out of the way, and I'm going to pour what's left of this base into these molds. I'm probably going to need to make more. Okay, just a little bit more, I think. Thanks, Deborah. Yeah, that's why I like doing this like new segment for quietly crafting, is so that you don't necessarily have to watch. You can just listen, or you can you can do your own thing while I do my thing, and it's kind of like having friends sit around and you can craft, or you can crochet or knit or whatever you enjoy doing, and have it just super super relaxing. Hey Zoila, and don't forget to hit the like button as well. It really helps me out. So for the Hawaii mold, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some glitter to it. I just need to fill up the ice dragon mold just a little bit because it's not full all the way up to the top. Because I'm thinking about selling the two dragons with the dragon egg together as a set, if anybody would be interested. Okay, so I'm gonna fill up this mold. It's not full all the way. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully move this mold out of the way so you can see me fill the Hawaii mold. I'm gonna put the glitter on afterwards.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we're getting some overspill. It's all right with the overspill. That's what the mat's for. Okay. I made a massive mess, but I don't care. Okay. So since I have some extra, I am going to put it in this mold here. Okay. I know you guys like the alcohol ink, so let's do the alcohol ink on this one. Okay, we're just gonna do the black. So it's gonna be the ash color. It won't be till tomorrow. So it'll be a total of 12 to 24 hours. So I'll probably be able to unmold it tomorrow. So that's we're just doing black. And then this is the pusher. And last layer of the pusher. Okay, everybody. So that does it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Let me know if you like this way better or if you like me doing it as a pre-recorded. But I will still continue to do the lives with just me showing you guys whatever I do normally with the resin, and you guys can ask as many questions as usual. Thank you, Sandra. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later, and I am probably gonna post one more video today, maybe, if I have enough time. So, and don't worry, when they are, when these molds are ready to be unmolded, I will be sharing that, what they look like with you, and so you can see what the finished result is. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you everybody for showing up, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, bye.